Okay, so we're almost done with this braid. And we're gonna try, every time I get to the back, like I try my best to get my kitchen, but half of the time it don't even be in the braid. I don't know why. Like sometimes it do, sometimes it don't. I don't really be caring. I like sometimes I'll just comb it out. You could comb it out and like bump the ends. Like get your little mini flat iron and like do what you would do with your edges in the front, do it in the back. If you want to make it like cute or whatever, but we are almost done, and we kind of got a good chunk of the kitchen in there too. Okay, after this though, we're gonna go over and do the other side, and then so forth and so on. Ooh. And then we're just gonna keep going. I'm gonna show you me parting the next one, but look, you see how it looks. It's not perfect, but it's a braid. So that's all that matters. And like I said, we're gonna get better the more and more we practice. Because that's the only way that you get good at things, is practice. You gotta practice and practice and practice and practice. And it's kind of like, I don't know, I find it fun to do my own hair. Like, you go at whatever pace you want to go at, unless you like have something to do. I would preferably do your hair on a day that you don't have something to do, because it's gonna take like a little minute to do it. And I've learned, like not just with myself but with other people too, if you have something to do, you're gonna rush on your hair. So something like, I'm not saying like your hair is gonna look bad, but it's not gonna look as good as it probably could have been if you weren't rushing. So I just find that it's kind of better to just do it when you don't have anything to do, or like turn on a movie for like an hour or two, find a good long movie, do your hair. You should be done by the time the movie's over. But you also have to have patience to do your own hair. So like a lot of patience, because there's gonna be a lot of times where you're gonna get irritated with your hair. Whole lot. And because it's a lot of like repetition, like especially with braids, depending on what you're doing, it's a whole lot of repetition. But I would say if you're learning how to braid your hair, because when I learned how to braid, I started with individuals. I started with box braids and watched a couple videos, which you can do too. Go on YouTube, just watch whoever. You can watch like either someone doing it on someone, or on one of those mannequin heads, or you can start doing it on a mannequin head and like braid a mannequin head. I just like, if you can do it on yourself, you can do it in a sense on somebody else, because doing it on yourself is like, I would say, the hardest thing to do to start off, especially with box braids, because you can't see the back of your head. You either need to get another phone or get your phone, put it behind you, and you gotta turn your head certain angles so you make sure that all of your parts are straight, because you don't want crooked parts. Like that's one thing that I would say, that the braid can look messed up in a sense, but your parts are crispy, I don't know, to me it's better. If my parts are like, cause I'm a beginner braider, so I don't really care. Once I get up to the point where I know I'm gonna be, I'm gonna like my parts are gonna be good and my braids are gonna be good. But I know like right now that my braids aren't gonna be that good, cause I'm still like in the process of learning and stuff. But I feel like everyone should at least learn basic things to do to your hair. Like, basic. You should at least know how to put your hair in a ponytail, how to do plaits, like I said, those things that go underneath your wigs. I would say how to do box braids or knotless. I haven't learned, like, I know how to do knotless in a sense, but I'm still learning how to like do the whole feed in hair. Like, I know how to feed the hair in. It's just, if you're a person that has learned how to do knotless, then I feel like you know what I'm talking about. Or if you watch a video on how to do knotless, you know what I'm talking about. It's different because you're starting with your hair and then you're adding the hair on as you're going, and then you keep doing it. And then you got to learn how to put, like, where to add the hair on and where not to add the hair on. It's just, but I'm going to learn it. And when I learn it, I'm going to know how to do my own knotless. I'm going to be so happy. Because then it'll be another thing that I learned how to do that I don't have to go to a stylist to do if I didn't want to. Like, if my stylist was like, I can't do your hair, I can do my own hair. Like, I will never get that hey boo text. Ever. Unless it come to like some knotless. But either way it goes, I can do something else to my hair. So it don't really matter, you know? And quick weaves. I would learn how to do a quick weave. I feel like, really, if you're gonna start with something, you should at least know how to do plaits, because they're easy to do. They are so easy to do. Like, once you sit down, part your hair, you do the braids. Like, you could sit like this, you could take this out and redo it and keep redoing it until you get that perfect braid that you like. It's your hair. You can do whatever you want. And it's your time, really. So, but, don't take my advice. Keep getting your hair done. Waste your money. Do what you want. I don't know. Since all, like, the inflation and all the things, like, started, I don't know, I've been trying to find a lot of different ways, not only for, like, food-wise and everything else. I wanted to find, like, hair stuff. Like, to get your hair done, I don't know, like, it's a necessity, but at the same time, it's, like, it costs way too much. Like, with some people, it costs, like, way too much to get your hair done. So it's like, you might as well go on YouTube and learn some stuff. And, like, in a sense, like, when you want to learn how to do your hair, like, for, like, people that are gonna have kids in the future, you're gonna have, like, a little girl or a little boy. What if, like, okay, if you don't have a little girl, your little boy, he wants to grow his hair out, and, like, what if you learned how to do your hair, and you now know how to do all the little hairstyles that he wanted his hair, or all the little hairstyles that your little girl wants in her hair, by simply learning now. Like, in a sense, you're preparing for your future. Wouldn't you want to do that? I don't know. If you don't want to do it for yourself, then think about your future kids. Would you want to do it for them? But we're gonna start on this